Hey everyone, it's James and I'm back with a video that I think is the opposite of what my last week's video was, which is Marbella and chaos and everything in between to just sitting down, hotel room, reflection. The last one of these videos I made was 4 months ago. I think a lot of you enjoyed it. It was I just had an I made it moment, which was reflecting on a smaller win that was a win back then. And this time I'm making this video off the back of having my biggest ever month in business. It's actually Thursday night here. I'm going to post this on Thursday night. It's like 8 p.m. in the evening. And just to give you context, we won't just hit six figures this month, but we should hit six figures next month or the month after latest. Is the trajectory of business that we're on. But this isn't like a numbers, look at me, I'm so cool video. It's I wanted to make a raw video because the last 3 to 4 months have been the most challenging 3 to 4 months that I, the 21-year-old founder / CEO, I've had. And I know you watching this, you're either going through something extremely similar, either on this scale or similar problems, but on a different scale of business. And I want you to talk to me and listen to this video as a 21-year-old who is in your shoes, or you're going to be in my shoes, and get some honest feedback on how you're feeling right now, and to validate those feelings and to realize that this is normal. And it's that the breakthrough line of wherever you're at, everything after that is where the reward is. And the reason you're at that breakthrough line, and the reason that you see many others fail at that breakthrough line or get stuck at that breakthrough line, is because after that breakthrough line is where the success is. The success is in knowing what others don't know. It's as simple as that. And for me nowadays, I'm waking up every morning and I realized it's the game, but it's a character game. It's a character trait game. It's not the numbers on the screen game. That isn't the game. Like, I have these figures that came into my account this month, and I'm not happy about this. I'm happy about the input that went in over here that had certain breakthroughs, whether that was in, let's say, organic marketing, for example, or let's say that was in nailing our tracking sheets for our ads to track our ROAS even, and our creatives that we're putting out even, I guess, better. I'm happier about the input and who I became on this side rather than this. This is just a reflection of this. And so the input of where you get past the breakthrough line is where you're happiest the most. And if you're at this line at the moment to where you're like, I don't know if I can get past this line, like I'm stuck, like I can't figure out how to get past here, whether that's 5k, 15k, 50k, 100k. The reason that you're stuck there is because a majority of people get stuck there, and they either I guess pivot their whole business model and jump around business models completely. It's those who stay there long enough to figure out why the fuck they can't get past that line who make the cash. I've had so many guys going through saying, I'm stuck here, I'm stuck here, I'm stuck here. I might just go try this business model. Guess what? You're going to get stuck at the same capped mark at a different business model. Stick at the same shit for long enough and you will figure out that problem to where you beat everybody else because you outlast everybody else. Also, another thing that I've been going through is the separation of business and personal. Whew. It's a big one for me because I started my business with people that I love, with friends, with loved ones. And you get to a certain stage of business to where the business kind of outgrows certain people. And it outgrows the want they have to grow even within themselves. And so in business, it's very, very easy to become a people pleaser. I am a natural people pleaser. I want people to feel great around me. And like, that's my whole business. And you watching this, you're probably a people pleaser. You probably want to make sure that everyone in your team's happy. Everyone in your clients that you look after is happy. The truth is, in business, is if you're not fucking clinical, the business world will eat you up. I have a mentor. I have two mentors that I really look up to. I have multiple mentors I really look up to. But I got this advice from two mentors in particular. One's the owner of a huge software that they're about to exit for just shy of 9 figures, I'm pretty sure. The other owner of the F1 ticketing software, owner of a, I guess, private jet based magazine. Both of them said, James, you are too nice. And that will kill you. That will be your downfall. Although it's great on maybe some aspects of the client end, and it's good in some aspects of team to a certain stage. But after that, as a CEO, you got to be clinical. You got to cut ties, unfortunately, or find new positions. But you need to ask yourself, if your business was, let's say, 4 or 5 times bigger than it is right now, what would be required of the people in that position? Okay, gotcha. Now go back to your current team. Would those people fit into those boxes? Do they have the potential to go into those boxes? Do they want to go into those boxes? If they don't, you can't get there. And you need to make some tough decisions. You need to make some tough calls. And this last month, 2 months, I've had some heartbreaking calls that I've had to make. People that I love. Is it because I don't think they're capable? No. But does the business need to grow at a certain rate? Do I need certain buy-in, certain levels of skill set? Yes. And so in business is a people's game. You can't AI your way to fucking millions. You can't. You need people underneath you. People who are smarter in different sections of the business. Whether it's on the marketing end, whether it's on the ops end, whether it's on the sales end, whether it's on the fulfillment end. It doesn't matter. There's someone who's better than you who you need to actually delegate to focus your time on the highest ROI task that you can do within the business. Okay? And yeah, so the last couple of months, I've had to go from Mr. Nice Guy to business owner. And that is a difficult transitioning phase. Very, very difficult transitioning phase. I asked someone today, if I gave you 850 million today for free, what would you do and would you be happy? They said, I don't think I'd actually be happy. Like, what's the point when you can just buy everything you want? And that made me think for a minute. We do this because we genuinely love the journey. We love the game. We don't realize it. The fruits of our labor aren't nice to have if the labor wasn't there. If you just get the fruits given to you. And that's why you see people spiral into these black holes of just degeneracy when they're handed a shit ton of money when they never worked for it. Because they don't know what that was worth. And often you come across people in your life who didn't come up with the same understanding of money that you did, and they'll spend money or they'll look at money in a complete different way than you did, okay? And there's a line there. There's a line of having an abundant mindset and knowing that you have the cash flow, you have the ability, you have the team to create a higher level of income than your expenditure is and you're financially responsible, but like you have an abundant mindset to where you're not frugal, right? But then there's the line of like actually not understanding money and its value. I've been around a lot of people recently who like just treat money like it's like they don't understand this. Like they haven't had a business, they haven't been out in the real world, they don't understand how hard it is for you to work for the input that is the money. And what I've realized is like a lot of you watching this probably now probably don't come from huge sums of money or don't come from an abundance of wealth from a business perspective. And so you love the process. Like the process is what you fucking love. And when you realize that and when you wake up every single day and you're focused on the inputs of who you are as a character, you don't tend to care about the outputs of the finances that much. You just see it as a reflection of your character growth. And I would say that my success so far monetarily in business is due to being obsessed with the input. I've seen so much failure in obsession with the output. They're obsessed. How can I sell more? Bring more cash. If you take a deep breath and you look at the input of what your product is or who you are as character, there is flaws there that will make it way more fulfilling no matter what you receive on the other end. I'll be honest, these last 3-4 months have been like hard. Like when you go through these certain growth periods of business, when you're extremely young, a lot comes at you that the world hasn't prepared you for it all. Like it's so lonely. It's you figuring things out. Like I'm dealing with stuff now, like very, very intricate level of like equity, of understanding shares, understanding partnerships, NDAs, contracts, taxes, investments, insurance, like all this boring bullshit that no one talked to us about. And it's difficult to wrap your fucking head around all of this while still trying to run your business. Still trying to hire the right people. Still trying to focus on the right metrics on the small things like your day-to-day daily team meetings. What metrics are you focusing on there to move the needle forward? And then you're trying to focus on, I guess, the ROI tasks you're doing within your own business. And then you're trying to focus on learning new things to protect your business going forward and to protect your money, to protect your finances, to protect your taxes, to give yourself the biggest advantage moving forward. You're trying to focus on all of this while doing the thing that you're doing. And no one prepares you for that. And that's what separates the fucking guys who win and the guys who don't. It really, really does. But another thing that I guess I focused on was time frames. Watch this. I wrote down this note recently, and I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to ask you for your patience because this is actually a raw video, so there's going to be no cuts in here. This hit me. I wrote this down myself because I was thinking about it. It was based on time frames of expectations, and that you're actually more successful than I think you know you are. Okay, where are you? Let me just skip forward at 10 seconds and see if I'm still talking. Okay, it's not the vision that's impossible, it's the timeline. If I said to you that you can make 10 million in 6 months with your business, you'd say no, obviously. It's not the business's problem that that's not possible, it's a timeline problem. So the only thing that's forcing you to jump around business models, beliefs, visions, isn't the business itself. It's the timeline you have set for success. So if I say, make that 10 million in the next 5 years, you'd be like, okay, that's possible. So your sudden movements shouldn't be towards ridiculous scale. They should be towards foundational movements that allow you to be here in 5 years' time. I wrote that down when I was bored because I realized that people want to scale too fast. And this could be like very anti-guru advice. You want to scale your business, you want to scale your skill set, you want to scale your whatever position that you're in within the business, you want to scale everything too fast. And the simple thing is, the outcome that you want is possible, but your timeline isn't. You should be fast with actions, patient with results. And so I know that my business will eventually hit the targets I wanted to hit. If I stay in it long enough, I'm fast with actions, patient with results. It's the impatience of the outcome that kills fucking everybody. If you instead removed yourself from the monetary end goal of the outcome that you want and ask yourself, what skill sets are attached to the monetary outcome that I want? Then you'll realize, shit, I have hiring to do, I have self-development to do, I have mentors I need to get, I need to understand a shit ton more about my business than I understand. So if you ask yourself, what is the characteristics I need to develop that's attached to this? How much team do I need that's attached to this? If you do the numbers and you reverse engineer backwards, what is attached to this? That's when you realize. That's when you realize it's more so a decade game of understanding the business, understanding yourself and your self-growth than it is anything else. And so I want you who's watching this, who follows me, who takes advice from me, to understand it's not quick because it's impossible. It's just not quick because it's just like not logistically correct. Like maybe you can get there extremely fast. And let's say you do. You don't have the foundation there within your business to sustain that or to deliver on that. And if you can't deliver and if you can't sustain, that's going to end up in negative reviews, your reputation going downwards, people talking bad about your business, and word of mouth is very, very, very important. So like, would you rather have steady growth of 5-10% every single month, sometimes negative growth? And sometimes negative growth is needed for positive growth. Sometimes you need to sacrifice good to get to great. Sometimes you need to sacrifice charging what you're charging, going down, understanding your offer a bit more, restructuring your offer, making it a 4, 5, 6K month offer, or 10K month offer. Sometimes that hit is needed for you to go back and self-analyze, because if you're constantly in the business and you can't self-reflect on why you aren't growing. Biggest issue for me as well, like when you're so involved in the learning, the understanding, the growth of your business and the people you need to hire and the stuff that needs to be done on a day-to-day basis, the small tweaks, taking the time away for your own brain to reflect on whether you're even making the right moves is necessary. And that's why this thing is huge. It's your intuition. It's to know, do you feel like you're doing the right thing inside? Do you feel like you're doing the right thing inside? And to get to the highest level of your intuition, you need to be at a very, very high frequency. And with a very, very high frequency, you need to be very, very careful who you surround yourself with. Ask yourself, are the people in your life adding to your frequency, adding to your energy level? Because an added frequency, added energy level means more opportunities, more higher level people. You just win. You win in life if your energy is high and your frequency is high. And sometimes people, knowingly to them or unknowingly to them, they suck you down. And so sometimes it's better off that your circle is small, but with people that are fucking killers, that bring you to the next level and raise your frequency and are telling you that anything's possible, go after it, go get it. The people who cause doubt or chaos or stress in your life, that needs to go. It does. Yeah, I just wanted to come on and rant. I guess a question I'm going to ask myself now that I think should be good, that everyone should ask themselves is, what am I going to work on moving forward to become a better version of James? What do I think, or who do I think I need to become to take my company to the next level? I need to ask myself that question. I know as a CEO, I need to get more detail orientated. I need to become a bit more obsessed with numbers and understanding the key levers that I can pull within the business that I know will give me XYZ growth. So it's understanding my figures a bit more. Also, I really, really want to work on presentation of myself. I think this is why I also want to record this video. I think public speaking and self-presentation is something I really want to get better at. My speech, my pronunciation, my hand movements, my body language. Over the next couple of months, I have some huge plans in regards to some really big events, both events within my own company and with my own members and all that sort of stuff, but also events. I'm Irish. I want to make a huge impact on the Irish market and Irish entrepreneurs. And the reason a lot of them fail is simply because they don't have exposure to the right people to help them. They don't have events to go to that can inspire them or change their mindset or give them a whole, new self-belief infrastructure. And so I know if I want to become the certain person that does all that stuff, I need to be able to present myself in a better way and to be able to focus more and to be able to put my head down and do a couple of hours of deep work and self-analysis and be able to just sit down with my journal and reflect on my business and see who the key needle movers are and what the key needle movers are. The next moments for me will also be hiring the right people that I feel like fit both culturally and logistically into scaling the business at a good rate, and to ask myself, like, What is some stuff that I can put in place in my business that will ensure I'll be here in 10 years' time? That will make me irreplaceable. What legs can I add to my business? What partnerships can I add? What are my clients doing? Anyways, a majority of them, what are the majority, 80% of my clients doing that I'm not involved in? Okay, can I make that easier also? And the more sticky, the more involved in your client's life you can become, the more they're going to want to be around, because simply you make their lives. It's a very, very easy switch to pull or flip within your business, is ask yourself that question. My current clients, the current people I'm surrounded with, the current team that I have, what do they do day to day that they go to somebody else for that I'm not involved in at all? How can I make a partnership there? How can I make an affiliate there? It's very, very easy triggers you can pull for different levels of stuff. Also, focusing on content a lot more. I want to be more consistent with that. I had some really important meetings that I had a meeting in the Shard, London there recently with a guy called Oscar Owen, who helped me kind of break down YouTube strategy and content, etc. So there's a big content push, and I got my Instagram to 13,000 followers on Instagram, which is small, but yeah, in my market, I think it's fine. It's good growth, and with that new level of attention and new eyes and a new audience, my current offer was X, which fitted XYZ ICP. I get more attention now. I get more people coming in asking for this, but they aren't at this level. Okay, well, if they're above, how can I add something in that would fit them? If they're below, how can I make something that's impactful for them at their price point? And so once you get a certain level of, I guess, appreciation or attention towards your offers, what legs can you add on to your offers to make sure that you're capturing everything that you can in a positive way, and structuring them new levels of your business yet again, to make sure that you're sustainable, to make sure that you're there in 10 years time, to make sure that you can build an ecosystem to where people can grow with you as you grow. Because as you are, let's say, a 21-year-old entrepreneur right now, your audience will grow with you. And so you can't be feeding the same character, you can't be feeding the same information. You need to grow with your audience. That's what I've learned a lot from working both with Iman and his audience from, when he was 15, 16, making content wasn't the same content he needed to make when he was 24, 25. You need to grow with your audience. So it's growing with my audience, making sure that I have offers there and a business there that different levels of people can come to me. And then when that starts, I need to hire correctly to make sure the fulfillment is good on them ends as well. So there's a lot of things that I'm working on, investments and partnerships, and flying over to Dubai shortly to shake hands with a huge company over there that we're forming a partnership with that will make life for my clients a lot easier. And so, yeah, I'm just out here trying to fix as many problems as possible, trying to figure everything out as much as you're all trying to figure your things out. And you're not alone at all. This is stressful as fuck, but it's how you deal with the stress. It's really, really how you deal with the stress. You are the leader. You are the man. You need to step up and make it look like it's easy, even when it's not, because there's people around you that's relying on you. And not relying on you to fucking, as your fucking sugar daddy, not like that in any way, but relying on you to show up and inspire them that they're capable of making the move. That's the biggest thing that I always wanted to do. I didn't care about necessarily my outcome of finances all the time. I really cared about showing people where I'm from or who relate to me that the next phase of their journey is possible. And if you follow my journey, if you watch my journey, if I've done it, what separates you from doing it? And I want that inspiration to come from the content. And that's why I believe people should make content, because you inspire maybe that 1, 2, 3 people around you, minimum. That change is possible. And you have no idea the ripple effect that can have on many people's lives. And I've seen it firsthand on my end. So, yeah, super, super grateful for all of you to be here. There's even more things I could talk about. And I'll come back to things. Maybe you like these sort of sit downs. I really hope you do, and I can make them every couple of months to keep you up to date. I'm like this, just at the moment, my head's just like spinning 24/7. I feel like you watch this as well. I have so much to share, and also like I'm a very, very hyper analytical person of other people. So like I'll see somebody's movements, or like one sort of day-to-day activity that they do. And because of the amount of people I've talked to, hands I've shaken, places I've been, sales calls I've taken, I've just seen so many patterns in life to where I can just identify a whole person's being based on like a small thing. And it's driving me, like, I don't even know why I'm saying this, but like, my brain is going so fast right now. And all of this happening while growing your business, while having a team, while having members, while having clients, it's difficult to deal with. It's difficult. It's difficult. So what? So what? Christian says, so what? Get on with it. That's our responsibility. Keep pushing. Keep breaking through. You're not insane. You're just a business owner. You're just an entrepreneur. You did the 9 to 5 for the 24/7. So congratulations. But yeah, I'm grateful for you all. Just follow me on Instagram if you want to connect, and keep hustling. Keep grinding. That breakthrough stage, once you get through it, that's where the reward is, my friend. So I love you and leave you. It's been James.